Come on, shoot me. Oh, no, he's not missing at all. This guy's too good. Oh, wow, I nearly died. And this is Steve who's attacking me. Oh my, everyone's attacking me. Quick, creative. Hello there, Wipper here, and once again, welcome back to another mod showcase, and today I'm going to be showing you the Rediscovered mod, which adds features into Minecraft which used to be in the game, or were planned features for the game, but were just never implemented by the developers for some reason or another. But the first kind of block I'm going to show you is something called Crying Obsidian, which is a mix between lapis and obsidian, and it was originally intended to be used to set your spawn point in a world, and it was added back in Minecraft Beta 1.3 I believe, and then it was removed just before beds were added in 1.8. I think that's the timescale anyway. So yeah, that's what these look like, and usually the plan would be that you just right click on this block and it'd set your spawn point, but sadly the mod creator hasn't implemented this feature yet, but you can still see what this block would have looked like. And then next up we've got something called Ruby Ore. You may recognise this because ages ago, back just before Emerald was added into the game, there was a snapshot where this ore appeared in the game under the name Ruby, and then it was quickly removed and replaced by emeralds, and this texture was changed to be green instead. So yeah, we never got to see the rubies, it was just replaced by emeralds. Imagine if that never happened and we'd just be trading rubies with villagers now, that'd be quite interesting. Then in this mod you can actually craft something called a ruby block out of what drops from these ruby ores, which is this ruby here. You just put 9 of them in your crafting grid and you can craft yourself some ruby blocks, which look very similar to emerald blocks, they're just red instead of green. And then after that, you may be surprised to know that at one point in time, there were actually some models, 3D models and textures for tables and chairs in the game, which were just never implemented at any point. So it's a real shame that they weren't ever added, because I've always wanted proper chairs and tables in the game, but now using this mod which adds old features back into the game, you can get them. So you can see here we've got some nice little quaint chairs and a table, and you can actually right click on these chairs and sit down. So I'm now sitting at the table, yay! This is awesome, and wow, I'm just starting to levitate. Oh, I'm like a genie. Oh, this is awesome. Why am I levitating above the chair? I don't understand this. I'm a hover whipper or something, like a hovercraft. Anyway, we're just going to get off that by pressing left shift, and there we go. So those are the tables and chairs, and alongside these tables and chairs, at one point there was also a model for this little thing, which is called a lectern, and these you'd normally find in like churches and stuff, with some kind of sacred book on top of them, and it'd be used to make readings. You just like stand here and read some passages from a book to a long like line of people or something, and it's pretty cool looking. I mean, look at this model, it looks awesome, and you can right click on it to open the book and close the book. Look at that, open, close, open, close, open, close. They should definitely add these into the game and just have them in villages, like in the church or something. It'd look really cool, but they have no purpose whatsoever currently. And then after this, we've got some dirt slabs, and you've all seen slabs before, so this is just a dirt variety, and these were actually added back really far ago. I think it's like an alpha or something, and I don't really know what the original purpose was for these things. Maybe as stairs before they actually added stairs, but yeah, so that's what they look like, and it's just some dirt slabs for you to mess around with. And after that, quite a lot of you may remember this little block here, which is called the Locked Chest. And for any of you that were playing Minecraft around the time of April Fool's 2011, I believe it was, this was added into the game as kind of like a April Fool's joke, and you'd just like find it randomly spawning in your world when you generated a new one, and then when you right clicked on it, this would happen. You'd get Steve Co supply crates popping up, and it says you need a Steve Co supply crate key to open this. You can pick one up at the Minecraft store, and then when you pressed go to store, you'd get some kind of velociraptor that would just pop up on the screen and scare you or something. I seem to remember that's what happened, but now it just takes you to the official Minecraft store. So if I click this, you can see it takes you to the Minecraft store, but that's pretty much the only purpose of this block, and you may also notice that it does light up around it, so if I destroy this, it gets a whole lot darker. Not really sure why it illuminates the environment, but yeah, that's pretty much what it did. And then after this is probably my favourite feature that this mod adds into the game, And this is, of course, the quiver. And this quiver texture has actually been in the game for like years and years, since like alpha, but it's just never been implemented into the game, which is a real shame. I think it'd look awesome if you could put a quiver on your back and it'd have like physically rendered arrows in it. That would be really epic. But sadly that hasn't actually ever been added, but this mod adds it back into the game. I don't know why I said back into the game, it was never in there originally, but yeah. So it looks like this, and you can actually equip it in your chest plate slot, like so, and then it appears on your back. Sadly it looks significantly 2D, which is a bit boring, really. I was expecting it to have a 3D texture and actually render arrows inside of it, but sadly it's just 2D, and it doesn't actually just hold arrows. It'd be nice if you had like a separate inventory for the quiver where you just put arrows in exclusively, but sadly this quiver, all it does, it enables you to have rapid fire arrows. If you remember ages ago back in alpha, you could spam arrows like crazy. You wouldn't have to charge them at all. You could just spam your bow like so, and then you just like got an influx of arrows fired out of it. Look how fast I can fire these arrows. That's pretty much what this quiver enables you to do. But you're probably asking at this point, if I've got this quiver installed, how am I ever going to be able to wear a chest plate? And the solution that this mod creator has added is that you can actually combine whatever chest plate you want along with the quiver in the crafting grid, and then you'd combine the chest plate with the quiver, creating a whole new item which you could equip as one item. So you can see here I've equipped a diamond chest plate combined with a quiver, so I've got the quiver on my back, I can still spam arrows like so, and it just looks like I've got a chest plate with a quiver on my back as well. And then after this we've got another peculiar item, and this is something called leather chain armor. And this was another texture that somehow, for some reason, ended up in Minecraft's texture files, and it was never actually implemented. And what it is a mix between chainmail and a leather armor. It has the durability and strength of both just combined together, making it almost as good as diamond armor. So if I just equip this now, so let's just get this armor and equip it like so, then swap into survival mode like so, you can see that I've got almost full shields, just half off. So yeah, that's what this armor does. And after this, we've got something called spikes. Look at these spikes, they look epic. We've got like the top of a piston with some spikes on top of it. And these damage you, of course, when you jump on top of them, which I'm just going to demonstrate now. So you can see now I'm taking some damage. Oh, look at this. I'm taking like half a heart of damage, but that's because I've got like almost full armor on. But let's just go back into creative, and if you were in like no armor at all and you jumped into this hole, you'd probably die in about 5 seconds, because it does 2 hearts of damage per tick of damage, which happens every 1 second. And you can also place these spikes on the sides of walls, so you can just place these on a wall and walk into it and you damage yourself. So yeah, that looks really menacing. I was actually experimenting with this earlier, and I put some pistons behind these and tried to push them with like a sticky piston and see if I could like push them into an enemy, but it just wasn't working. It just doesn't work at all. You cannot push spikes, which is a real shame. So yeah, let's just move on now to one of the final items here. We have something called a scarecrow, and this thing pretty much just scares off mobs. Well, passive mobs. It scares off passive mobs, and it attracts mobs like zombies, which are aggressive mobs, and then the zombies will just hoard around this thing and then start murdering it. And since it only has 2 health, it's actually an entity, by the way, which I find pretty funny. I was expecting it to start like moving around going woo or something, but no, it doesn't. But the zombies will come over to this thing and start attacking it and eventually kill it, because it only has 2 hearts. And I was trying to find a solution to this, because of course, even if just one zombie comes over and destroys it, then its whole purpose is just ruined. I was kind of thinking the purpose of this was to like keep zombies away from you and draw them away from certain areas, but it's just not going to work, because they're just going to destroy it instantly, then go back to their usual ways. And I tried like surrounding this thing with fences to stop the zombies actually getting to it, but then they just weren't interested in it at all, which is a real shame. But next up, we've got some lanterns, and these were actually added ages ago as a replacement for torches, as like a dynamic lighting mechanism for caving, so you could just have this in your hotbar and walk around and everything would be illuminated for you. And alongside this, Notch proposed the idea that torches would burn out after a certain length of time, and that the only way you could get permanent lighting is to craft a lantern and then place it down like so. And the community hated this idea, so Notch ended up removing it, but that's pretty much the backstory of what these lanterns were meant to achieve. I'll just give you a demonstration of it working now. So I've got it in my hotbar, and if I just go over here and start mining down a bit, so let's just go into the ground and then mine sideways, you can see it's perfectly bright. So if I remove it from my hotbar like so, it goes pitch black and we've no longer got any light source. But if I put it back on my hotbar, it's now being illuminated around me. This is really useful for caving and stuff like that, because you don't have to worry about placing down torches every so often. It's just a really like time-saving feature. But next up we have gears, and this was the thing that was eventually replaced by redstone as a power emitting block, or a power transferring block. So you could place these down originally and combine them, and then the idea was they'd like link together, and you could use it to transmit a signal from one place to another, pretty much the same as redstone, but then it was removed, and redstone was added in favour of it. And now this mod adds this back into the game. These gears, you can place them down, they spin around, and they emit a redstone signal in all directions around it. So above, below, and then all of the 4 sides around it. So I can just illuminate all of these redstone lamps here. And yeah, look at that. It looks really cool with their rotating textures. So yeah, those are the gears. And then finally for this set of items, I've got these potions here. And you may have noticed that there are some potion effects in Minecraft which have never actually been added, as in, well, they're in the game and you can access them using commands and stuff, but they've never actually been added in potion form. You can't craft them using a potion stand or something like that. But now, thanks to this mod, you can. So you can see here, we've got a potion of nausea, we've got a potion of blindness, and then we've got a potion of slow mining. So we can just drink these now, like so. So now we've got nausea, and the whole world is going to start going like jelly. Oh dear, this is horrible. Then we can drink this, and the sky's going to go black because it's blindness. And then finally, we've got the slow mining, which means we can only mine at a very slow speed. So let's just go into survival and start punching some blocks. Look at that, how slow is that? I'm never going to break that block. I can't even get a single bit of the cracking texture showing. That's awful. So yeah, those are the 3 potions that you can now craft as a result of this mod. But now I'm going to move on to the coolest bit of this mod, which is a new dimension, the sky dimension. You may have remembered this from older versions of Minecraft, and this mod adds it back into the game, the glorious sky dimension. So let's just move on to that now. So, in order to actually get to the sky dimension, you seriously just have to stand still for days and days and hope that you randomly get teleported up there. And I'm not even joking, this is generally what you have to do. You just stand still and hope that you randomly get teleported up there, because that's what it says in the mod topic that you have to do. And of course, this could happen at some really inconvenient times. So you could like be just about to mine diamonds, you've just got your diamond pick ready to mine some diamonds, and then suddenly you get teleported up into the dreamland or something. Yeah, it could generally happen in that order. But yeah, so there is actually another way of getting up there, but it does require you to go up there once in the first place. And hello there, sheep. Are you like my mascot for my epic journey up to the heavens above? But yeah, so there is another method, and it involves you trying to find a pigman village up there, and then once you've found that, there's a chest in there that contains a dream pillow. And then once you've got this, you place down a bed, just right click on the bed with your dream pillow, and then you'll get teleported off into the dreamland. So yeah guys, here we are in the sky dimension, and when you first get teleported up here, you're going to be spawning in this little hut that's been created for you. We've got a nice bed in here, we've got a table, a chair, and a nice carpet, and we've also got a nice fireplace to keep you nice and toasty and warm. And if I just walk outside, you can see how ugly this building is. Oh dear, they haven't even got an overlap to make the roof look nicer. And whoa, that was a huge lag spike. Okay, update. Have you updated yet? Wow, it's so laggy. I wonder what's going on here. What is it generating? But as you can see, we're in the sky dimension, and it's really off-putting because day up here is night down there, so you can see clearly that down below it's nighttime. And that's really confusing to me because it's like blue and then black. That's probably just the void actually, but I'm not really sure. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fly around and see what we can find. I actually need to attempt to find a pigman village at one point so I can show you what that looks like. But for the moment, I'm just going to show you some of the mobs that spawn here. We need to go to normal, of course, because otherwise nothing's going to spawn at all, since the only mobs that spawn in this dimension are actually aggressive mobs, which is a real shame. I haven't... Oh, there we go. We've got some. Look at that. We've got some giants. These are huge zombies. You've probably seen these before. They were in older versions of Minecraft, but have never actually spawned naturally. But thanks to this mod, they've now spawned all over this sky dimension. It's a bit weird really, because Notch's original intention for this dimension is that it's like a dreamland, which was nice and peaceful, and you could just go there without any worries at all. You'd never die. There'd only be peaceful mobs up here. There'd not be any zombies or anything. And then this mod creator has decided to just turn that on its head and make it the most dangerous dimension ever, with 100 health point giants everywhere roaming around freely. But look at these guys, they're humongous. Oh wow. And yeah, you're gonna have to try and fight these to actually get around this place and hopefully not die. They are quite aggressive and quite damaging. Oh, look over there, we've got a cherry blossom tree. These are another thing that spawns only in the sky dimensions. You can see they have lovely pink leaves and a kind of purple tinged log to them. So I can just get this cherry log, place it down, and look at that. It's got a nice pinky purple texture to it. And these can also be converted into planks, I believe. So let's just go into survival mode, convert this. Yep, we've got some cherry planks, and you can craft everything as usual with it. But you can see they've got a nice pink texture to them. So if you like pink for some weird reason, then this is perfect for you. but I do quite like these trees. It just adds something special to this dimension. But as you can see, as I was saying earlier, the only mobs that spawn in this dimension are aggressive mobs. You can see no pigs, no sheep, nothing like that, which is a real shame. I was hoping for like herds of sheep roaming free around everywhere. And there's also some water. But yeah, there's only giants that you can meet. And also the occasional pigman village. Hang on a minute, I'm pretty sure that's a chicken. I just said there were no passive mobs here, and then I suddenly see a chicken. It appears that chickens do live in heaven for some weird reason in this paradise land, and no other mobs, just chickens. How did that chicken even get here? I mean, there's no other chickens, he's just a solitary chicken wandering around on his own. He must be so lonely, poor thing. Maybe it's this chicken's hell, just all on his own with no family. Oh, that's awful. And look at that, is this a naturally generating cave system? No, it's just a hole. That's not really as exciting as I thought it would be. But yeah, look at this guy, isn't he cute? Just this... Oh no, he's gonna die, isn't he? Yep, he's dead. What a dumb chicken. Seriously, you're not gonna get back... And now you're just gonna gracefully glide to your death. How do you feel, chicken? Oh, it's a sky chicken. It's a special kind of chicken. It's just gonna dance around as it falls to its death. Goodbye, sky chicken. I'll see you in another life. Actually, no. What happens if you die in heaven? That's a weird thought, but yeah, so it also has sky chickens. I wonder if it has sky sheep. Nah, probably haven't seen any. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to try and attempt to find a pigman village so I can show you the final feature in this sky dimension. And huge lag spikes as the world generates. Those are a bit annoying. It might result in your deaths quite a few times. So here we are, I've managed to find a pigman village, and as you can see, it looks quite quaint and nice and cozy in here. We've got some crops over there. What crops are these? I don't seem to recognise them, and they're a bit darker than other things. Oh, it's carrots, of course. Derp. How did I not notice that? And then over here, we've got a pigman himself. This is a normal pigman before they were turned into zombies in the nether. So this is just a basic pigman. It's a pig that looks like a man, obviously, and it's got a nice curly tail as well. It's really weird that the pigmen actually have tails. I would have thought they'd just look like humans without the tail. But if we just pop over here, you can see we've got some nice buildings. And what the hell is that? Yep, that's a rana. Now, these were added way back in Minecraft in development versions. I think this was just Notch playing around with like advanced 3D models in the game. And he added these at one point just to mess around with them. But they never featured again in any Minecraft versions in the future. Look at this thing. I mean, what even is that? That does not fit with Minecraft's theme at all. So I'm so happy they were never included. But look at this, it's just ridiculous. Look at those ponytails or whatever. I can just, I'm gonna have to kill this. I'm so sorry, girl. I'm just gonna have to kill you. And Rana drops an apple. And there's also some different varieties of those. Like we've got Steve, which is like a really weird, less blocky version of Steve. And is this a blacksmith? I think it is. Okay, what? Okay, this is Black Steve. Hello there, Black Steve. It just looks really weird with the grey hair. It just doesn't really suit. But yeah, so that's Black Steve. I'm not going to kill him. It's just got too much health and it probably drops the same thing. And what else have we got around here? Have we got any different kinds of pigmen? No, they all seem to look exactly the same. They should definitely put some clothes on though. Look at that. They're really indecent. No clothes at all. They've just got all their bits hanging out. Oh look, there's a giant that's joined the party. Hello there over there, giant. And this seems to be like a watchtower. But I think in some of these buildings, there are actually some chests. So we're just going to pop in here and see what we can find in here. Oh, this is the jail. Look at that. We've got a jail cell with a green villager. I haven't seen these before. I think these were villagers that are in Minecraft, but they never spawn. And they're just green in colour. Haven't seen them before. And this is the prison guard. Hello there, melee pigman with your nice iron sword. Just protecting this guy to make sure he doesn't escape or something. But yeah, so there doesn't seem to be any chests in here at all. But that's the elusive green villager. It's probably just like a prisoner. We're just going to pop out and try some other buildings. There's bound to be one in the blacksmiths. Yes, there is. Oh, wow, that's a lot of stuff. And there's the elusive dream pillow I've been talking about, which you need to go back to this dimension. And you also need it to return to the normal world. So you just right click on the bed again with a dream pillow to return to the normal world. You just do it in this dimension. And we've also got a golden carrot and all of this stuff, including some gears in here. So that's the way you can actually obtain these, instead of crafting them. But what about at the top of this guard tower? Let's just fly up here, see what we can find. Oh look, there's another chest. And in here we have a leather tunic with a quiver on its own, and 2 more quivers. There's so many quivers in here. And yeah, loads of carrots. They seem to like carrots in this place. Who would have known it? Pigs are loving carrots. Now that's probably just a natural assumption you could make about pigs. This guy has a bow. He's going to shoot me. I'm going to go into survival and see what he shoots me like. Come on, shoot me. Oh, no, he's not missing at all. This guy's too good. Oh, wow, I nearly died. And this is Steve who's attacking me. Oh my, everyone's attacking me. Quick, creative. This is a really aggressive place. I thought the pigmen would have been peaceful, but they're not. So, I think I've saved the best till last, and that is the red dragon. And you can see here I've got a nice red dragon egg, I've got some full diamond armor, and a bow, and a diamond sword, and we're going to see if I can defeat this. And pretty much what this is an overworld, well, it's a sky dimension, I should say, version of the ender dragon, which has a little bit less health, and is a little less overpowered, because of course there's no healing towers or anything, and it has lower health, and I'm not really sure how you can actually obtain this red dragon egg. I think it just randomly spawns in loot chests, or maybe it spawns as a dropped item around the sky dimension, but once you've actually managed to obtain one of these, you just place it down like so and right click on it and it unleashes hell. Look at this red dragon. It destroys the terrain like the ender dragon does in the overworld, and it's just going to chase after me and start murdering me when I swap into survival mode. Oh, whoops. I keep overshooting it. Okay, now it's going to start attacking me. Now this thing is going to die. It's only got 150 health, so it shouldn't be too difficult. We're going to shoot it with an arrow. Come on, die. Okay, I'm completely missing. This is awful. This is an awful display of my bow shooting skills. This guy's gonna run away. He's just gone. He's like, nope, not interested at all. Goodbye. Come on, guy. I'm over here. Kill me. No, he's just not interested at all. Now he's gonna come after me. Okay, wow, that was a lot of health he just took off me. He's going for another charge now. Oh, hit him with an arrow. Or hit him with another arrow. He's got 100 health left. This is gonna take all year. This is ridiculous. So I've just swapped into creative because he's just lost all interest in me at all. He wasn't charging me anymore, so I'm just going to go and try and kill him this way. I know it's a bit cheaty, but there's nothing else I can do. He's just avoiding me. It's just such a difficult battle to win when you can't even see him. Okay, now we're getting him down a bit. It's not really doing as much damage as I hope, though. Okay, he's back for his final charge. He's going to die now. He's got 11 health. Oh, no, not again. He's got away again. Oh, this is ridiculous. This guy's too hard to kill. If anything, they need to change the AI of this guy to make him slightly easier to kill so he doesn't fly away from you all the time. And is that another pigman village? I think it is. Come back here, dragon. Why you just keep flying away from me? Are you scared of me? Am I that scary to you? Hopefully he doesn't regenerate health, otherwise we could be here all day. Look, he's got like 9 health left. He's gonna die now. He's died. Look at this lovely ender dragon death animation. They don't seem to have changed it much. Maybe they should have changed it to have like red beams instead or something. And now there's XP everywhere, and oh, look at that. It spawns a portal. Look at this thing. It seems like this is another way of getting back to the other dimension, maybe? And we've got another egg, which spawns another dragon. It's like an endless cycle of destroying these dragons. Is there any way of getting back? No. It seems like this portal is just completely pointless. It's just a little pedestal to place down another red dragon egg on. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much everything in this mod. It's a pretty epic mod that adds old features that used to be in the game back into the game, and also features that were planned to be added but were never added, and stuff like that. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this mod showcase, please remember to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll be seeing you next time. Hello there. Did you just nod at me?